1, 2, 3, 4. Hello, my name is Brian Parham, and I am the founder of the Rock Dojo in Portland, Oregon, where we teach kids between 1st and 5th grade how to rock on the guitar during our after-school rock guitar lessons in Portland, Oregon. And today, I'm going to teach you the G major chord. This is part of our series, your first 5 guitar chords for kids. Now, the G major chord, you can play a lot of different ways. Let me show you the way that it's usually taught, and then I'll show you the way that I played it in the intro and the way that I like the sound of it on the electric guitar. So anyways, most books will show you the G major chord like this. You have your pinky on the high E string, 3rd fret. So pinky, high E string, 3rd fret. You're going to take your ring finger and you're going to put it on the same fret, the 3rd fret of the low E string. So far you have those 2 fingers down, and then you're going to take your middle finger and you're going to put it on the 2nd fret of the A string. So if we put all that together, there's a few different ways to play this. Personally, I do not like this fingering of this guitar chord, and I wouldn't play it like this, but this is how it's typically taught. Some people actually will play it like this. Again, this is not my favorite way to play it, but you can use your ring finger on the high E string. You can use your middle finger on the low E string, and on the index finger on the 2nd fret of the A string. And that's another G major chord. Now this fingering, by the way, I said I didn't like it. It's perfect for acoustic guitar, but I mostly play rock guitar with distortion. And this note with distortion doesn't sound that great, especially when you get a lot of gain. But so here's the way that I like to play the G major chord. We're going to take our pinky. This is like the rock version. We're going to take our pinky. We're going to put it on the 3rd fret of the high E string. We're going to take our ring finger and we're going to put it on the B string 3rd fret. So those 2 are on the adjacent strings, adjacent frets. So the same fret on adjacent strings. I'm not sure if I said that right, but I think you know what I mean. 3rd fret, both strings, and then we're going to take our middle finger and we're going to put it on the 3rd fret of the low E string. And there's the rock G chord. Technically, this is a G power chord because you have the notes G, D, and you have G, D, G, D, G. There's no B, which is the 3rd, but it's basically a G major chord. Some people will call it a G power chord, though, just so you know. And one of the things that you can do is let's take a step back and just get used to this fingering. G, and the best way to do that, take your hand off, put it back. Take your hand off, put it back. Try to do it in time. On the 1, try to do whole notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. G, 2, 3, 4. I like to have my students wave. 2, 3, 4. That's just so that they get used to making the shape. 2, 3, 4. Wave. 2, 3, 4, and then once you have that down, you can try doing one of my favorite rhythms. I taught you last week. It's the hot dog rhythm. Hot dog. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hot dog. And if you actually say hot dog, it'll sound perfect rhythm. Hot dog. You hear this in a lot of classic rock music, this rhythm. Hot dog. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that concludes this lesson. There is a backing track that you can play along with on the website, as well as a chord diagram and a little bit more information on the G chord. So good luck with this. Remember, the more you practice, the better you get. The better you get, the more you practice. Rock!